Hello, welcome back for another Shoe Snob unboxing video, One Take Wonder series. Here we are back again with something new, brand new that I'm sure most of you probably haven't heard of. So let's get straight into it. All right, brand in question is called Matina. Now, for those of you who speak Italian, you'll know what Mattina means, and it means morning. And the brand was derived, it's a Chinese brand, but the name was derived, I believe the owner must have spent some time in Florence, as I did for a year. And in Florence, when it's morning and the city has yet to really wake up, you see all the very well-dressed Italian businessmen walking around in their fine clothes and shoes. And this kind of idea inspired the brand name, which I thought was cool, you know. I have very strong memories of my time in Florence, and the mornings were definitely, for me, one of the most beautiful times, because it was a time where the city was quiet and was still, all the chaos hadn't started yet. And yeah, just thinking about it now, it was beautiful. I can even remember the cold air. It was, and all the cobblestones, stomping around on my Stefano Bemmer boots. Yeah, it's a great inspiration to make a nice name. So, well done for that. I think it's cool. When you think of a name for a brand, it's not easy. So, it's nice to hear the story behind it. Sorry, just checking the battery on my remote. All right, let's get straight into this. So again, Matina, they are a Chinese shoemaker. You can even see that there is Chinese inscription on the box here. So I don't know what, I guess they have Chinese mixed with English. So here we are with the model called Berlioz in the H last in a size 40. On Vocalou 8665. Vocalou is a French calf from the tannery Annonay. They have told me that they mainly use Annonay as well as Charles F. Stead suede from England. All right, let's take a look. All right, blue theme, love blue theme, very basic lid. Box is nice, quite solid, thin lid, but structurally sound. I like the color blue and gold. So here we are, wrapped with some nice tissue, branded tissue paper in a very bright blue. All right, let's take out one shoe. All right, well, no way. Oh, I almost missed the extra goodie. It's a little shoe horn, a branded wooden shoe horn, very nice, almost a travel size. In reality, this is all you ever need. You don't need super long ones, that's more for luxury, but nice to have a little wooden shoe horn. All right, so here we have velour bags, which are always nice. I don't really care for velour so much as like a material that you put in your clothing. I guess it has its place for, black tie events, but I've always liked it as a shoe bag, as it's quite thick, so it's definitely going to be protecting your shoes. All right, let's take a look at what we got. All right, here we are with a beautiful faux wingtip Balmoral Oxford. A very creative model here. So let's just take a quick look and let's get talking about it. All right, so yes, it's not very often you see this type of combination. So the wingtip, when I say faux, is because it is simply a plain toe with stitching and broguing on top, but it's not another piece of leather. There's no real seams. Excuse me. So doing faux wingtips is not easy. it requires a very steady hand, because one little mistake of the stitching machine and you got a wonky stitch there on the faux cap. On top of that, it's very rare to see it paired with the beautiful Balmoral line. And this line cuts all the way around, which is very cool. Very nice indeed. So this top piece is all one piece, joined of course here. It's a nice model, unique. That's what I like about it. It's not your same everyday black boring Oxford. This has character. I like the little line that runs around the back heel as well. Little detail pieces that you see. Obviously, most likely this is somewhat of a reinforcement line, but it's also a detail line. They have a very beautiful swan-like stitch that really comes back here on the facing, where it hits the quarter, the Balmoral line in the quarter area. But I think that's a nice, beautiful line. So again, little small details that, you know, aren't immediately noticeable until you really start to study the shoe. So yeah, beautiful black shoe. I really like it. The last is very elegant. You know, the chisel last is becoming so popular these days. It's easy to wear. It means business. It's not a soft chisel, is not aggressive, it's not extreme. It's quite practical for dress purposes intended. And yeah, so lovely last, a nice little small medallion, but a good one. Unique, not like every other medallion that I've seen. One detail that I always love is broguing on the tongue. I think that's great. Not only, see, people may not think about this, but when you brogue the tongue like that, you actually, I don't know if I'll be able to show this in this video, but I will in the up close. It's not backed right there in the inside, which means this is just one layer of leather, which means it's softer. So that little end that hits like the top of your what do you call it, inner ankle, instep area at the very top where your leg starts to curve up, sometimes in a stiff tongue can really irritate your leg right there. But when it's just one layer, it's going to be nice and soft. So little details that one might not think about, but that is appreciated when you wear it. All right, let's go a bit more into it. So here we have an interesting shoe, because the shoe has the features of a hand grade shoe, but also of a bench grade shoe. So Matina, on this pair at least, has straight waist. They're squared straight waists, no beveling going on. The stitching per inch on the welt is very fine. It's probably around 10 or 11, which is elegant. They have a very slight fudge wheeling going on, which again is nice, it's expected. Deep fudging usually is more handwork type stuff. These are Goodyear welted shoes. Excuse me, I need to have some of my coffee. Their basic line are Goodyear welted. They said they can do hand welted, but that's more in their made to order collection that you have to select. I'm going to get to the price and everything later, so do wait for that. But yeah, so you have the straight waist, but you have very fine SPI on the welt, stitches per inch. You have fudge detailing. Again, this is mixed between hand grade and bench grade features, but then you got a hand grade sole. So you have a closed channel sole. You got a little bit of a hump here on the waist, very slight, most likely from the shank. And then you do have like a rounded kind of rounded viola detail that separates kind of the forefoot to the waist. The classic combination is, the black waist with the kind of natural or brown forefoot, which they have done. And yeah, the work the closing of the channel is very clean. Very clean. It's good work. Here you got the brand Matina. Sorry, I'm just, inspecting the shoes for you. You have the nice little heel detail, the little wheel that wraps around and gives you a nice little detail there. The heel is not too short, but not big by any means. It's probably it's maybe just about an inch. Yeah, I'd say about an inch, which is quite standard, to be honest. Bigger than an inch is usually when you get into more handmade, bespoke, or kind of Japanese style shoes. Anyways, the shoes, to be honest, are super clean. Just straight solid making. There's a little ding here in one of the waists. I don't know if I put that ding. I've had these shoes in my back room for a while. I did slip them on. But even if I didn't do it and the little ding in the waist here came with the shoes, in reality, it's not a huge deal. Again, complaining about something for the sake of complaining is really just a waste of time. So, a lot of times we wear our shoes and we inflict far more damage than we notice in the beginning. So if that's the only thing that is not flawless per se, I dang sure say this is a solid pair of shoes, especially when I tell you the price for this is 300 USD. So yeah, it's impressive. It's impressive because it's having my own brand. It's like, man, I wish I could sell shoes of this stature for $300. It'd be crushing it. So it's amazing that they can get prices at that. I understand why, because I'm a businessman and I understand the what goes into the price of a shoe, and unfortunately European made shoes is very hard to match that. But it's a really solid shoe for $300, especially they're cutting well. I don't see any visible flaws in this calfskin, and I'll tell you that the French tanneries love to send calfskin full of blemishes. So either Matina has a real powerful backing behind them that can purchase the highest quality tanneries, or they're cutting, leather from the tannery, or they are cutting this leather very well, because I don't see anything on the hide itself. Wonderful. Yeah, $300. It's crazy. $300 for all these features. Beautiful closed channel soles, fudge wheeling on the welt, very high SPI, stitches per inch, flawless leather. The sizing is a bit big, so I took a 40. Usually I'm around a 40 and a half, and they fit good. It's a long last, it's very long for a 40. The size was accurate, but do bear in mind, if you do order from them, I would probably suggest a half size down, at least in the H last, because normally I take a 40 and a half, and a 40 and a half is generally quite snug. But anyway, a new brand to check out, Matina. That's Mattina. $300. It's very hard to beat this. Very hard, because they're really offering all the bells and whistles that shoes twice, 3 times this price offer. So again, the more the Chinese makers come out swinging with great craftsmanship and low prices, the more competitive the industry gets, which is great. That keeps everybody on their toes making cool stuff. So anyway, a new brand for all of you to sink your teeth into. I definitely suggest you check it out. Check out their made to order options. Check out all the models they have. This one's really cool. I can already imagine, making a made to order with the top piece being in a suede, the bottom piece being in a leather. I like those two tones. But anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this. Learning a new brand, learning that great craftsmanship can come at very low prices, which is incredible. Again, good on them. and yeah, definitely give them a look. As far as I know, they should have a website. I mainly contact a lot of brands through Instagram, so always reach them on Instagram. And yeah, wish everybody a great day. Do stay tuned, as there's lots more to come. Do subscribe to the blog if you haven't already. Please like and share this video, and keep supporting, because I got lots of stuff in store. Wishing everybody a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.